Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those that have liked and subscribed, thank you very much. Today I am, and those that still need to like and subscribe, go ahead and do so. Today I am having my beautiful, gorgeous, amazing, precious. She's gonna share a testimony, guys. Get your tissues and everything ready because it's very heartfelt. Precious, welcome.
Thank you, Charmaine. Guys, you don't want to miss this. And I know God is working through us in this. And if you have not yet liked or subscribed on this channel, please guys, do it so right now.
So hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm having Precious and thank you Precious for coming. I'm so honored. I mean, both of us were so tired yesterday, but we are here.
Yes.
And I was thinking of what crazy thing did we do, and I couldn't think of anything. But okay, where did we meet Precious? Let's talk about that.
As far as I can remember, we met at back that time it was still Polytech.
Yeah,
we met at Polytech and we were doing PIS computer classes together. I think it was during our first year, I think.
Like we met, but we didn't meet, guys. Like we met, but we're not like friends. We
just knew about this Christian lady that would always be going to. There was this other place at Game. I found her there also preaching, and I'm like, okay. She's after God's heart for real.
Yeah, guys. In my campus years, guys, we were radical, guys. We did missions, we preached, we went away to preach. Yeah. Okay, I'm still radical, by the way. So welcome, Precious. I must say you look gorgeous. You look lovely. You look very beautiful. Your hair, everything. You look nice.
Thank you.
And yeah, it's nice to have you. And I'm so glad that you said yes. That you said yes to coming, because I can imagine stepping out. Is this the first time sharing your story?
Yeah, it is my first time.
Yeah. So guys, I'm so my heart is so ready for this. Okay, so anyways, Precious, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, who is Precious? Who is this gorgeous woman?
One of those questions where it always gets me like, who am I really? Okay, Precious is a beautiful woman, beautiful mother of a beautiful and intelligent daughter. And she's a Christian, born again, and still single.
She's still single. Are you single and available? Are you also available?
No, very much available.
So guys, Precious is single and very much, let me emphasize, very much available. But there is a criteria, though. You should be Christian, you should fear God, you should I'm just kidding, sorry, Precious.
I guess that's all much to say about myself.
And Precious is also somebody that has a very soft heart. She's very kind. If you visit her, she'll always cook for you. We've done some few movie nights together. She's an amazing woman, I must say. So Precious, tell us. Precious is here to share her story of how. Let me give her the honor of sharing it herself. So Precious, tell us. You were a church-going person, born again, loved the Lord, and then.
That I'm still.
I'm still at your
Just putting your leg.
Man, on my leg, I'm pulling my leg. So tell us, like, when you found out that you were pregnant, like, how did you feel? And tell us a little bit about your story. And how did you feel when you found out that you were pregnant? What were your thoughts? What was going through your mind? Knowing that you're not married yet, knowing that, this is the year, I think that's the year that you really also became serious with God, more serious with God. And then this happened, How did that make you feel, or what was your first thought that came to your mind?
Sure. Okay, that's a day that I'll never forget, though. I think I took like about 4 or 5 tests, pregnancy tests, and the result is just like the same, and it just hit me that moment, and I was like quiet, like when you become numb, like you are moving, but you don't know how you're even moving. Like it feels like you are just dead.
Yeah.
And then that whole day, I was just quiet. All I thought of is like, how will I cope with my bum in the whole world?
Yeah.
Like everybody's seeing it, especially the people that came to mind was like people at work. They know me, I'm a born again Christian.
Yeah.
And again, my pastors, I've let them down, and my friends also. It's like a lot of things were just running through my mind.
Yeah.
Right there. And I remember exactly that same day also. Like,
Yeah.
I think that was the first time I heard God, like, talking to me.
Yeah.
Like, within me, I just heard, like, pick up your cross, my daughter. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna go through this together. And that really gave me a little bit of strength. But throughout, it was really heartbreaking. Yeah, I was also disappointed in myself. Like, I let it happen, and it just crossed over to another season that I just have to face.
Yeah. And who was the first person that you told? Who was the first person that came to your mind that you told that this happened?
Okay, the first person that I told was my younger sister. my friend too, Virginia. Yeah, I shared that with her. But it was not like face to face. I was like, yeah, what if I get now a punch or something? Not that she would do it. But yeah, it was just because I just couldn't face people because of shame. Because of the shame. And I texted her.
And tell me about, you said the shame. Tell me about the shame. Was there any shame, like you said you felt? Was there a rejection? Was there, like, did you feel hopeless? Like, tell me a little bit about the shame side of it.
I felt hopeless when I found out. And then after sharing with Virginia, and before I shared with Virginia, the very first person, how could I forget? Oh my word. Yeah, the very first person I shared with was like my spiritual father, Pastor Johnny Kitching.
Okay.
Yeah, and when I shared with him, at first also he didn't pick up because he likes asking a lot of questions and what, and I'm telling him like, Pa, I'm expecting. And then I don't know what he said, and I'm like, but Pa, did you hear that? And then he's like, oh, I must say I saw a light somewhere there, you know. So after sharing with him and he hugged me and all that, me being me also, loving to cry, and I don't know how to say it, but I always end up crying, even if it's like something good or bad. And then after that, after sharing with Virginia, I started feeling like, okay, I still had that shame within me, but then I felt that there's still hope. And she shared with me that I should keep on reading Psalm 51, you know, and that really helped me. And after that, that's when I went out for a test to go see, like, this is now for real. And then, it took some time. Then after, I felt like, I owe this to my beautiful friends, the fruitcakes, my sisters in Christ. And so I had to get away to get them to my place, and that's where I shared the news with them. And after sharing, I felt like a little bit, like, let me say, a quarter of the whole world that I felt like I owed to explain or to share something with. It's like, okay, that part is now over and done.
And what was the hardest part of this? Like, what was the hardest part of the journey? The most painful part for you?
The most painful part was like, okay, where do I start? So the thing that came to my mind was like, I remember when we were at youth, we signed papers where we said like, okay, you would not, if you're part of a ministry and then you do something wrong, there was like certain rules,
code of conduct.
Code of conduct. There were certain rules that we had to abide to. So, and I was like the youth ministry leader for
Yeah.
events. And that was now me thinking that this is real and I will not be a leader anymore.
Yeah.
That was my biggest pain.
Yeah. Mm. You feel like you
Sorry.
let your team down. That's how you felt like.
Yeah, very much. I felt like, okay, apart from that also, I also, I attended, what is it, this African leadership classes.
Yeah.
And I knew a lot about leadership,
Yeah.
falling, if you do this, if you gonna give yourself into sin, and
Yeah.
one day eventually it will come out and the result will show like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever you were doing in the dark, it will be out. But that was like the biggest pain ever. I didn't care about much of the other things, but
Yeah. Just letting your
that
team down.
mm,
Yeah. And like, how did you? What kept you going through this hard time? Like, what kept you pushing? Like, what kept you going?
okay, what kept me going was I remember our youth pastor, Pastor
Yeah.
Jack, he contacted me and then he was like, okay, we need to announce this at the
Yeah.
youth, and so that the people can know, because people will start seeing and they will start asking questions and all
Yeah.
that. And I agreed on it. And I think that night when he announced and everybody was like giving me hugs and what, I was like, hey, I've a big family that
Yeah.
cares and
Yeah.
that will be there for me throughout this, and that really helped me like
Yeah.
to be much more at peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that part of him announcing that
Yeah.
I'm not expecting and the whole youth knows about it, like nobody has to go be asking at the back and asking like, okay, what's happening there?
Yeah.
She's what, yeah, so, and mostly my friends,
Yeah.
you included obviously. I remember like in the services when I go stand in the prayer line, you and Clara there in the queue with me when I'm taking my prayers, Kimi, and mostly my colleagues.
Yeah.
I was so surprised.
Yeah.
Like I thought like because they are people that are in the world,
Yeah.
they were gonna be the people that would be pointing fingers to me, but there was like totally the opposite.
Yeah.
They were like more than happy. I have my I would say she's a mother to me
Yeah.
at work. Andy Jackie McDonald, and she just went after I showed her that I'm expecting. She went to Woolworth, already bought stuff for for Gracie, and and I was just like, Lord, while we see this picture, you already have something else better in store for us, and that was the thing that kept me going, and plus prayer from my friends and everybody else. My family, they were also there. It was difficult though to let my mom know, you know, but they have their own ways of finding out. But that kept me going, and I knew that my God is there with me. That I am not doing this because of my friends or anything, or just to try and show the world that, okay, I can pull through whatever, because I know that promise that he made me in the beginning to say, pick up your cross. We are in this together. Kept me going through the whole journey. So it was not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy.
So this drew you closer to God. This actually took you closer to God.
Closer, back into his arms. And I know during that season, I was listening to the song Even If It Hurts
Yeah.
by Hillsongs. Like, even if it hurts so much, God, I will continue praising you. I will keep on being at your foot. Like, whatever I wanted to do back then was just so I can please him.
Yeah.
You know, the only person that we need to fear is like God.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you do good or bad. People will talk, people will judge.
Yeah.
And there were some questions also,
Yeah.
you know, my side. Hey, you were born again, and how did it come like you know,
Yeah.
and you know, questions and such. And sometimes I'll just stand still and I'm like, Lord, what do I say?
Yeah.
And I remember there was a lady also born again, and just imagine someone that's also born again asking you like, yeah, we're not even supposed to be doing those things. How did it end up that you were doing it? And I'm like, okay, there are some perfect people in this world, so Daddy, I'm not gonna say anything. Most of the time I tried not to answer, because sometimes you might be saying things that are not right, and I'm like, God, may you be the one answering them, because I really didn't like. What sin does is like, it takes this authority off from you. Like, like you feel like I don't have the right to like maybe worship again. Like when you lift up your arm, you also like, do I need to do it?
Yeah.
And you know, because you're thinking about who is around you might look at you as like, oh, she's a sinner, she just did this. And look at her, she's apparently worshipping this way. Yeah, but so what kept me going was God, my friends, my colleagues, my family. I'm grateful to have all of those people part of my life. I wouldn't have made it on my own. Not on my own at all. And one thing that I decided like from day one was like, even if nobody will be on my side, I will keep on going to church. Because there is sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Because I felt like a church was the only place where I felt at peace. Because even if you don't know what's going into the hearts of the people, you know, you're at a place where you're just at peace. And most importantly, like, my father made it also just intentional, like, Pastor Kichi. Every day he would ask me, like, are you taking your vitamins? Are you making sure you're eating this? And I will give you a number of Mariette and what you can ask her for things. And he was so intentional about this. I'm like, this old man, what does he know about me? He's like, okay, I know he has kids, but then it was just amazing. And guys, love covers it all. The moment you just feel that you are loved, you just like, hey, anything is possible. This thing, I will pull through. And I have a lovely family, guys. The BBC family, they are like really genuine, and that's what kept me going, Charmaine.
Wow. And do you wanna like just share a message with somebody out there that's going through the same thing? That's just found out I'm pregnant, or I've messed up, I'm pregnant, what do I do?
So what I would like to say is that it ain't easy. And being born again, being a Christian is not for sissies. Like Virginia would say, it's not for sissies. And you gotta be strong, you gotta be bold, and that's just courage, you know, that will help you to pull through this. And know that there is nobody in this world that you owe any explanation to apart from God. That's one thing that I realized in this world. Like, You can do whatever it is you feel like you have to let who know and what, but at the end of the day, our Creator and His promises that He has written for us in the Bible, they are firm and they're genuine, and He keeps it.
Yeah.
When He says He's not going to leave you, He will not.
Yeah.
And through my pregnancy, I discovered like His favor was like upon me. I saw His grace written all over me. And through my pregnancy, that's where I learned that prayer is also most important.
Yeah.
My prayer partner is one of the prayer warriors, Nicola Navis. Sending me scriptures and your meditation. I prayed every day. I prayed over my daughter's life. And whoever you are right now, wherever you are, maybe you are stuck in your room and you feel like you don't want to go out because you have messed up so badly, because that's mostly what the enemy does.
Yeah.
Feed you with those things like, yeah, you're a loser and you thought you're going to do this and you thought you're going to whatever. Because we all have our weakness. We all have our things that we suffer with. And sometimes those are the things that lead us to sin.
Yeah.
And sometimes, mostly when it comes to like the sexual area, we're so afraid of sharing those things, even with our mentors or our friends, to say, man, I'm suffering in this area.
Yeah.
Like, how I'm about to go with it. And you should just be free. There's that one person that's really genuine. You know, when you talk to them, they won't take your stories to another person. And all that. Get someone that you trust. Share this and pray, guys. Read that Bible wherever you go to. God is just promising you. And even in Jeremiah 32 verse 27 to 28, that's one of my favorite verses, where He says, I am the Lord of all hosts. Is there anything impossible for me?
Wow.
Genuinely, there is nothing. If He could pull me through, like the whole 9 months is like almost a whole year, and just maybe 3 months left to make a whole complete year. And He pulled me through that, and all I could see was favor from people blessing me with money, because they just felt like they have to give me something, you know. And then everybody that meets me, you look beautiful, you're what? I was not even supposed to be standing. When they find me standing, no, you're supposed to be sitting now. Have you eat? And you know, it's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful to be a mother. But one thing we should remember is, like, if you know you can hold in, and you know that. And we can do it, though. We can do it, because God will give us the strength.
Yeah.
Let us not deliberately sin. Let us not sin because we see what God has done in Precious' life. He will also be able to pull me through. Let's not use His grace for granted. Let's not take it for granted, though. That's what I wanted to say. But do not lose hope. That's all that I'm saying. That God will pull you through. No matter what it is, He will take you through until the end. Because He is a faithful God. And His love, you will just feel it. Because sometimes I will just sit and be like, God, right now, please just hug me, squeeze me with that hug. You know, I just want to feel that love. And He will do it. Like, even through someone, or you just sit there and you just feel like you're being, like, held through His arms. And Calvary was just not for granted. Calvary paid it all. Calvary paid for our sins. And today I can boldly sit here and say, I have been forgiven. And my journey forward, I know I'm not perfect. I may fall here and there, but I'm striving to please God. I'm striving to live not a sinful life. I would want to do most things. When we are Christians, we should also not try to be perfect, try to be like a robot. You just live life, be free, but free in a good way also, and not trying to be like, we don't know who. Maybe there's Christians that might be fornicating, then they do abort or whatever it is, but then I remember when that came, when I found out that I was pregnant, I was like, God, I'm not going to abort. That was not even an option at all. I was like, this is a blessing. Who knows, this is maybe the only child that you're going to be blessing me with.
Yeah.
So abortion is not an option at all. You're destroying yourself. You were killing somebody that could have been a president. Now that beautiful daughter of mine is like currently with my mother.
Yeah.
With her grandmother, and every time I call, I'm just hearing my mom is always saying like, this child seems to be like, she's maybe very smart, you know, like she's just all over the place and what, and when you sit and you just think of like, there's another piece of you out there walking around and, you know, playing or whatever it is, you're hearing her saying, mama, and you know, it's beautiful. Being a mother is beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that. And then, do not be discouraged. God will eventually bless us with men that will take care of us.
Amen.
And Ooh, since I said I'm single, you know, I gotta say something in that area. But genuinely, guys, there is hope. And with God's grace, everything is possible. Everything is genuinely possible, Charmaine.
Amen.
It is. And I know the story, even when I was telling you, like, Charmaine, talking about this always breaks me down and brings me to tears, but it's not tears that I feel bad. Sometimes it's tears that just, I have so much joy that I know that I pulled it through. And it was not because I was alone. I had my family, my friends, and above all, I had my God with me, that He's still with me, and I'm gonna go forward boldly.
Sure. Wow. Thank you so much, Precious, for being here today. It was such a blessing. So many tears, so much love. It wasn't easy for us to be here. But thank you so much. I hope you watched. I hope you learned